Good evening, everyone. I'm Glenn York. I'm the mayor of Zebulon, and it's good to see all these folks out here, especially from all over the county. When I was driving up Reverend Stackert, I was saying, I don't see this many folks at a funeral. Parking lot is full, but it's for a good cause. I was just, I like watching the NASA channel, and one of the guys that was up in the space station said, you look at the Earth from outer space and see that it's just one planet, it's one Earth. There are no lines that divide us. We're one. And when we're one and we come together with one cause, we get things done for the good of humanity. Thank you, Will.
Now that the candidates have answered our questions, that's all the questions I have.
Thank you and good night.
We would like to call on each of them in order to speak for up to 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes to elaborate on your responses. Please note the timekeeper, he is keeping time, so you may begin.
And I have some news after talking with Campo for quite some time last week. There is not going to be a funding gap at this time. They've actually found the funding to make sure that that gap is not going to exist. Yes. And then once we get that funding in place, we're going to need to, like we've heard, transition to a new type of program. And what that program is going to consist of is 50% is going to be funded, and then 50% is going to be kind of falling on the shoulders of the communities that these services provide. And there are some federal funds that it looks like those federal funds are going to be continuing. And so instead of us having to take care of $514,000, it's only going to be about $400,000. Right now, Wendell is writing and signing an agreement as a buy-in to this program, a commitment on behalf of Wendell to continue the Smart Ride program. I don't want to do that. I think that we need more. We have 4 vehicles that run right now, and I have actually tried to call and get a ride. There is no capacity. We are at capacity for this program because it's so successful, because there's so much need. And so what I would like us all to commit to stretch to doing is to talk to Don and our other elected officials at the county level and really put some pressure or encouragement, however you want to word it, to say, yeah, we will figure out our half. We're going to chase some federal funds to keep this program in place, but then we're going to ask Wake County to do a solid for us out here in Eastern Wake County. We get forgotten an awful lot, but we have the biggest need. The biggest need in the entire county is right here in Zebulon. No car, no job. No job, no car. That's what it means for our town, and we need to make sure that that stops.
Our second question. Increase resources for public transportation in Zebulon in general. As we had discussed earlier, the Wake Transit Plan is undergoing a large-scale revisioning process. During this process, will you champion the public transportation needs of District 1 and help residents connect to the Wake Transit Plan, visioning process, public hearings, and discussion? Please give your response, and then you have 3 minutes to elaborate on those 2 questions.
Okay, great. You know, anytime you ask a question, and of course you're out campaigning and talking about different things that go on around the county. As a county commissioner, one thing that we're always concerned about trying to do what's in the best interest of all the citizens of Wake County. Wake County right now, we're at roughly 1.2 million people. And to answer your specific question, we are already working on it. And we are working on it because it's important, because we just met Monday and we are at an additional $400,000 to that program. So we are already ready. I would also like to add that we've also beginning to meet with the different municipalities, Zebulon, Knightdale, Wendell, and also Roseville, to put together a plan about what we are trying to do in order to make sure that we cover that gap. Okay? Because we know that it's an excellent program, and I've heard a number of people talk tonight in terms about how many rides that have been taking place. Well, the unincorporated, 2,611. Zebulon, 7,081. Wendell, 3,831. Roseville, 208. And Knightdale, 181. To give you the specific numbers in terms of what has been taking place. So as you can tell, Wake County, we are engaged, we are involved, and we are trying to do everything we can to ensure, because this is a successful program. You know, when this program first started, it was a trial program. It was nothing that was properly funded. This was money that came through the feds, and as you know, when money comes down from the federal, it goes through the state. The state then pushes it down to the county. So there's 3 or 4 different levels here in terms of the fund, in terms of how this money is spent. And of course, what we've been forced to do is to make sure that we are doing everything we can to ensure that we are taking care of all the citizens in Wake County. Because the most important citizens are those that fall within the Medicaid or Medicare program. Because that's mainly the ones that's been utilizing this program. And of course, as you know, thank God to state legislators, they have expanded Medicaid in the state. You know, it's been something that we've been fighting and talking about for years. It is, and it has been expanded. And one of the things that with that is that the county, we will be the one that will make sure to implement the program in Wake County. So those funds will be coming through the county. And if any of you guys that may be looking jobs, we will be needing some staff to help carry out, because we know that it's going to increase the number of people applying for that aid.